Now we're ready to start adding some text to our website design. Adding text is pretty simple, but we're going to have to create some styles along the way to make it easier on ourselves to style the rest of the document as we go along. So I'm going to start here on the home screen, and I'm going to create some text underneath where this placeholder is here. And I'm also going to create some text over here on the side so that I can then showcase some different blog posts that might be showing up. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab my text tool by hitting the letter T on my keyboard, and then I'm just simply going to draw out a text box like this. So I'll click and drag to draw out a box, and I'll move that down by temporarily holding down my spacebar key, and then I'm going to release my spacebar key and finish drawing it out until it meets the bottom margin like so. Once I do that, I'm now ready to insert some placeholder text. The easiest way to do that in Photoshop CS6 is to go to the Type menu and choose Paste Lorem Ipsum. Now this is a lot of text and I really don't need that much, so let me zoom in. I did that with Command or Control Plus, and I'll just select up to about there and delete it. Now, I'm going to select this text and I'm going to apply some style to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is change the font. Come up to the options bar and I'm going to select Courier New. I'm going to change this to bold, making it a little easier to read. Make sure it's at 12 points. Once I have that done, I'm going to make sure the color is set to black. Then I'm going to come right here to toggle on the character and paragraph panels. In the paragraphs panel, which is right here, I'm going to go to the spacing after, and I'm going to add about 14 points of space. I'm also going to uncheck hyphenate from there as well. So once I have that done, I can hit the check mark up there to commit, or I can save this as a style, which I can then use over and over again. So let's go back over here to the Paragraph Styles panel on the right-hand side. If you don't have the Paragraph Styles button here, you can go to the Window menu, and you can choose Paragraph Styles, and it'll pop right open for you. I'm then going to create a new paragraph style by clicking the New Style icon. That creates a new paragraph style called Paragraph Style 1. I'm going to double-click that to open it up, and I'm going to call this Body Text. So it's got everything I need: Courier New, bold, 12 points. I'm going to go to the indents and spacing, make sure it picked up my 14-point after. I'm also going to go to justification, and I'm going to add some leading to that to space out the lines a little bit. And so I'm going to change the leading to about 170%. And once I do that, I'll click away from it in one of these other boxes, and you should see it update right there, and it does. Looks nice. And I'll hit OK. Now I've got the new body text style, so I'm ready to go. Now I'm going to add some text over here inside of this side content area. So I'll grab my space bar key real quick and just pan over. And I'm going to draw out a box. So I'll start right up here and just draw out a content box, something kind of like this. And I'll just start typing some things out. So I'll type out latest blog posts. And notice that's adopting the body text style automatically, and that's okay. I'll hit enter or return to create a new line. Then I'm going to type out robots are awesome. So this is a new blog post that I've written maybe. And I'll say posted on June 1st, 2012. Hit enter again. And now I'm going to go to the Type menu, choose Paste Lorem Ipsum. It pastes in some Lorem Ipsum text from Photoshop. And if I want to see how far down this went, I can actually expand out the text box until I see all of the text. That's way too much. So I'll just select some of that and delete it. There we go. I want to be able to fit about 2 blog posts over here, so this should be okay. So now I'm ready to start styling up the rest of this. So I'm going to grab this text first, and this is going to be something that I'm going to call post meta, because this is metadata about the post. And so I'm going to start styling it up. So we'll go up here to the top, and I'll change the color first. I'm going to change this to a neutral gray. So I'm going to use the hex code 737373. It's kind of a neutral gray, kind of in the middle. Hit OK. I'm also going to change the font size to 11 points. Then I'm going to go into the paragraph options, and I'll change this to be 4 points after. So 4 PT. Hit enter. Now I'll go back into the paragraph styles, this time creating a new style. It'll be called Paragraph Style 1. I'll double click it, and I'll just call this Post Meta, M-E-T-A, Post Meta. Hit OK. Now I'll select Robots Are Awesome. This is going to be the heading for my blog post, so I'll go ahead and change that up. First thing I'm going to do is add the robot orange color to it. If you don't have the robot color palette loaded into Photoshop, that's no big deal. All you have to do is click right here in the options bar and then just sample the color from the logo. You'll get the exact same color. Hit OK. I'm going to keep it at Courier New. I'm going to keep it on bold, and I'm going to change the font size to 18 points. Once I change to 18 points, I'm also going to go over to the paragraph panel. The space after, we're going to set that to 0. Hit Enter to commit to that. So there's my blog post heading. And I'll go over to my paragraph styles, hit New, double click, and I'll call this H2. I'm doing this so that the web developer knows to style this under the H2 tag when he's writing the code, or the heading 2, the second heading on the page. Hit OK. And finally, the latest blog post heading here is going to be the big heading, H1. So I'm going to change this to the same orange. So again, I'll click up here in the options bar, set that, hit OK. I'm going to change this one to be about 27 points. If it doesn't fit, that's okay. I can adjust the size of the box here in a minute. I'll go over into my paragraphs options. And for the space after, I'm going to do 10 points. Hit Enter to commit to that. And then I'll go over to my paragraph styles and create one more, double click on it, and call this H1. And hit OK. Now, like I said, if this flows to the next line, all I have to do is expand this out a little bit by clicking inside with the type tool and then hovering until I see 2 arrows and dragging that out like so. Once we get it, commit to that change. And there we go. There's my latest blog post. Now, if I want to have another blog post, it's pretty simple. Just click inside, select this, copy it, create a new line, and paste it in. So there we go. Just a little bit of text. So that stuff is all going inside of Content Home. So what I'm going to do is select both of those text layers that I just created, and I'm going to drag them into Content Home in my Layers panel. And then I'm going to turn off Content Home, the visibility of it. I'm also going to turn off the rectangle right above it. And then I'm going to turn on Content About, which has a picture of a robot on it already. I'll grab my text tool one more time, and this time I'm going to draw out a box right here. Something kind of like this. I'll type out About Us in all caps, hit Enter, and I'll go to the type menu, choose Paste Lorem Ipsum. That pastes them in there. And I'll make sure that I fit all of it in, just like so. Then I'm going to select this portion, make sure that body text is applied, which it is, and then I'll select this and I'll apply H1 tag to that. Once I do that, I'll click the Move tool to switch away, and there we go. I've pretty much built our About page by utilizing those styles. So now I'll take this and I'll drag it into Content About. That way it's in the right page structure. And there you have it. So as you can see, utilizing the character and paragraph styles here inside of Photoshop is a great way to ensure consistency throughout your designs, and it really speeds up the workflow for adding text to multiple pages in your website mockups.